first, he can do me.
I'd like to welcome you to Bmorenews.com. Larry Hogan in Walbrook Junction?
Absolutely. We're having a good time out here this afternoon. Looking forward to meeting a lot of folks in the neighborhood.
I have to ask you about these commercials that your opponent is running. Tuition increases? They're saying some things that it was news to me.
Well, it was news to me too, but you know what? We're really disappointed in my opponent. He can't talk about his record over the past 8 years, and the only way he can possibly try to win this race is to lie about me. His commercials are the worst thing I've ever seen. It's completely false. I've never supported any tuition increase in my life, never had anything to do with tuition increases. And the only thing I ever said about tuitions was to criticize Anthony Brown and Martin O'Malley for raising tuition. So, you know, we asked the TV stations to take these ads off the air because they're just blatantly false and filled with lies.
You know, just minutes from here, in the 2500 block of West North Avenue is Coppin State.
We just drove by.
$350 million expansion, and I remember it coming through the Ehrlich Steel team.
Absolutely.
In a majority black town, majority black district, heavily Democrat, but it took the Republicans to put $350 million into my old neighborhood. Any thoughts?
That's exactly right, and I think that's something I'm glad you pointed that out, because you know a lot of folks I'm talking here today, they're feeling like nobody's paying attention to them. Nobody cares, and you can't keep voting the same way and expect different results. Under the Ehrlich administration, in fact, my running mate Boyd Rutherford had a lot to do with that.
Yes, he did,
and was involved in bringing those funds and getting that built here at Coppin. And proud to be there. We were there for. We've been on campus. We've been very proud of what we've done during the Ehrlich administration. We want to continue to help this community.
When you look around this community here, what do you see?
Well, right here I see some really nice folks that are hard-working people that really want to see some improvement. But as you drive around some of the neighborhoods, it's really sad what you see.
Abandonmentiums, we call it.
We see block after block of vacant, abandoned buildings, condemned buildings, and something's got to be done.
It's environmental terrorism.
It really is, and it just shows that things have gotten worse under the O'Malley Brown administration. We've lost 100,000 jobs. Unemployment has doubled. We've lost 8,000 businesses. You know, people are leaving the state in droves, and this neighborhood's a perfect example of it. People need help in here. We need jobs. We need to help these folks.
I got to ask you one last question. I'm a baseball fan, so here comes the curveball. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The nation, the world is watching not Maryland today, but Missouri. Any thoughts on Ferguson?
Well, it's obviously a situation that's got the whole nation's attention, and it's there's a lot to this on both sides of this issue. I just would reach out to the neighborhoods. Everybody be calm. We've got to keep an open mind. We've got to get people working together to try to figure out exactly what happened, because it's a terrible situation, and it's getting worse because of some of the animosity and the anger that's in the community. So we've got to figure out a way to get this resolved.
Good stuff.
Bring people together.
Anything you'd like to add?
I just want to thank you for coming out, Bmorenews. So happy to be here with you, and we're happy to have some folks come out and get a chance to meet some people in the neighborhood. It's been terrific.
Thank you for coming to our community. It is often overlooked, and people only come here, you know, election time, and you know, in a heavily Democratic city, 9-1.
Hey, you know what? We're going to fight for every single vote. And you know, some people would say, "Why would you go to Baltimore City? People aren't going to support you there." But you know what? I just talked to several people today who said I earned their vote, and they're going to switch over. So we want to talk to every single Marylander, regardless of what neighborhood they come from, regardless of what their race is, regardless of what their party affiliation is. We want to do a better job for Maryland.
Oh, I forgot to ask, who's Boyd Rutherford to you?
Boyd Rutherford is my good friend. We served together as cabinet secretaries in the Ehrlich administration. I'm very proud to have him on my team.
He's more than just a black face.
He's the most qualified man to ever run for lieutenant governor, and he's going to do an outstanding job. He and I are going to be real partners in turning the state around.
He certainly did a great job at USDA and then also at DGS.
He was at DGS at the state level, and he was assistant secretary of agriculture at the federal level, and the GSA at the federal level. So he's a very smart guy, done a great job. You know, Howard University and USC Law School, smart guy. I'm proud of him, and he's going to do a great job.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time, Mr. Larry Hogan.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Keep watching Bmorenews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.